Howdy, howdy. This is Richard Hagan. I'm here with Rebecca Rios at the one and only Tabor store, not a chain. And she is the owner, proprietor, operator of this establishment. And she has sponsors, 3 tournaments a week in Texas 42 tournaments at Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Tuesday and Friday you bring your own partner, and Wednesday is a random partner. Today is Wednesday. So how did you guys come up with this format and how you're doing it?
Whenever I bought Tabor Store a few years ago, 42 was already an established tournament here. They had 1 tournament a week. I grew up playing 42, and like a lot of small country communities, it is still a thriving game.
Like church picnics and family Thanksgiving and
deer camps, family reunions, birthday parties. Anytime there's enough people around to get up a game.
4 42 players walk into a bar and the game breaks out. Right, exactly.
Yes. And over time, it has developed into 3 tournaments a week. This past Friday, we had our biggest 42 tournament.
20
teams.
That was
last Friday.
That's like for the people in the N42PA, the 20 teams is the threshold for Tier 2.
Yes.
So a Tier 1 tournament, you have to have at least 10 teams to have like an officially sanctioned tournament. But 20 is whenever you hit the Tier 2.
Absolutely. And most recently, Tabor Store had its first sanctioned tournament. Thanks to you guys for bringing that to Tabor Store.
Sure.
Everybody really enjoyed it, and we look forward to doing that again too.
Sure, very exciting. So there are a few little twists about the way that 42 is played at the Tabor Store that are like different than a sanctioned tournament or other tournaments.
It is a little different here because this is a very close-knit community. We like to have just a very relaxed, friendly, fair, fun game.
Family store.
Family store, 100-year tradition at Tabor Store, so it goes back.
I read the thing on the back of the menu.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. So I kind of just fell into the established way that they've always played at Tabor Store, and we've all played different ways at other places. But
sure, different strokes.
Yep. At Tabor Store, it's forced bid if it is left on you. You can go low if the bid is left on you. But you do have to bid something.
Right. That does hurt you sometimes.
It can hurt or help, depending on.
Paula loves that. That's her favorite thing.
Yes. Jay is very fond of that as well.
Paula belly aches to high heaven.
Yes, but we don't do any splash, plunge, anything like that.
The trash variants.
Yes, it's just a straight 42 game. We don't object to just casual conversation while a game is going on, as long as it is nothing telling. So, like I said, a fair game, but a very relaxed atmosphere is what I should.
Sure, and I should mention that Rebecca, she sweetens the pot. She actually adds money so that every team pays $20, but then she puts in extra money so the second place team gets prize money.
Yes.
And that is very generous of her, and she does not have to do that. But I feel like that's something that she does to promote the game.
Well, Richard, to be honest with you, I own another business that is my livelihood. And I call Tabor Store my accidental business. I was basically decided by the community to be the next person to keep the tradition of Tabor Store alive.
Sure.
And
not looking to make a killing. Looking to pay the
I
taxes.
have always felt like as long as Tabor Store can break even and be
it's a win.
A place for the community to come to, it is a win for everybody. So I tend to put profits of Tabor Store back to the community that helps support it. So for every team, I add $10, basically $5 a player.
Sure.
And then if we have, like we did Friday, a large number of teams,
right.
15, 20 teams, I throw in an extra $100. Just to give people a little incentive to want to play and make the game more enjoyable. And as long as I can do that and the community enjoys it, then it's a win for everybody.
Well, thank you, Rebecca, and I just wanted to, just say to everyone that it is appreciated that we see that you do that, and I do feel it's. I've always felt like a lot of times whenever you serve on the board or you do things, you organize tournaments, it's kind of for the love of the game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You're not going to make a mint
I
running 42
will admit, I have gotten a lot of personal joy out of watching the game grow at Tabor Store. It is very common on any tournament night to see a grandfather and a grandson playing as partners, and
which is a special emotional.
It is an emotional thing to me, especially whenever that young 20-something tells me, I remember my grandfather bringing me to Tabor Store when I was a kid, or I learned to play 42 at Tabor Store with my grandfather at that corner at that table 30 years ago.
Wow.
And that is very bittersweet.
So I will say this, and that is that there is a bottle cap, a plastic bottle cap that is labeled as being the best 42 bar in Texas that is currently at the Dixie Chicken.
Okay.
Because they were challenged to a bar versus bar 42. It was just a tournament specifically for that bottle cap.
Wow.
That was against Sea Hunts in Austin. And Sea Hunts, I felt like actually had the advantage because the Austin club had won 6 of the last 10 state championships. So they had a very strong cadre of players that played for Sea Hunts. I, of course, played for the Chicken because I cannot play against the Chicken, right? But I was thinking it would be something to consider to have the Tabor Store challenge the Chicken.
I think the regular players at Tabor Store,
if they wanted to,
would absolutely love to do that, and
to bring the bottle cap in here.
Absolutely, they would enjoy that, no doubt. And me being raised here, I have been in and out of the Chicken since my time at Texas A&M.
Sure, of course.
And on through the years. But I will tout and go ahead and say Tabor Store probably has some of the toughest domino players in the area.
Very tough domino players, exactly. Very skilled.
I remember the first time or two that you played at Tabor Store, and one of the first comments you made to me was, you have some 42 players that come in here.
Yes.
And they're tough, and it took me forever to feel like I could even compete with them, and that was with me growing up on the game.
I'm playing all the time, right?
Yes.
Well, anyway, I didn't mean to go too far down the road. I just figured that we would talk a little bit about the establishment and where it is, and the tournaments that you guys have on a weekly basis, and some of the little tweaks to the rules, and maybe issue a challenge to the Chicken.
Absolutely.
So
I would love that. A good, friendly challenge.
No, exactly.
Yes,
and we did actually play that 2 years in a row. The Chicken won both against Sea Hunts. Mainly because, now sadly it was mostly older Chicken players, like all the kids now,
Right.
Can't get them off their phones and Facebook and Twitter, and, it's like they used to have this tradition at A&M where if you made eye contact you'd say howdy.
Right.
Now it's like you gotta, howdy damn it.
Yes,
it's hard to get them off the little phones, but anyway, so that's about all I had, and thank you for your time, Rebecca.
Absolutely, Richard. We have immensely enjoyed y'all playing 42 at Tabor Store, and I sincerely thank you all.
Well, thank you for welcoming us and having it to where it was open to new people, and opening it to getting some new blood.
Yes, that has been a plus for everyone.
Yeah, well, we'll see you at the tables.
Absolutely.